Hi guys, so today we're having a look at the newest foundation from Revolution. This is their IRL filter, so in real life filter foundation. There are 50 shades available for this, which is a huge range. I feel like that's bigger than their other ones. It is $9.99 on the Revolution website for 23 mils, so slightly smaller than the average foundation, I would say. And what they say about it on the website is, drop the filter, introducing the Revolution in Real Life Filter Longwear Foundation. It's filter in a bottle. This medium to full buildable foundation has a soft focused, breathable matte formula and is available in 30 shades. The top said 50 shades. Why am I getting confused now? Okay, 30 shades seems more normal, to be honest with you. So, enriched with niacinamide, my favourite, it's oil-free, shine-free, crease-proof, life-proof and smudge-proof, while providing 16 hours wear time from day to night. It's super coverage with 20% more pigment. How can it be medium to full buildable if it's got 20% more pigment than normal? Makes it easy to build and blend the foundation depending on the coverage you desire. Housed in a luxe glass bottle with built-in pump, the foundation offers precision and great control. So obviously I liked the oil-free, I like the niacinamide. I prefer a matte than a soft matte, but we'll see. Yeah, look, when it's on Google it literally says in 50 skin shades. How strange. So yeah, glass bottle, pump. I got a bit confused by this lid. I was waiting for it to kind of click off, but it actually just slides and it is quite stiff the first couple of times that you do it. Anyway, we've got an application section and we'll do a wear test, so let's see how it goes. Right, so let's get this guy on. So, ooh, I'm going to put out 3 pumps to start with. That looks about right. A bit of room for error. So, primer wise, I've got the Primark Skin Balm on. An alarm on my phone is probably going to go during this video. Let's see if I can switch it off actually. I don't want alarms going off. It's a work day, so yeah. There we go, turn off upcoming alarm. Yay! There we go. So, this is looking really nice actually. Looking very smooth. Pigment wise, this just seems to be going on and on for a while, which is good, so you probably don't need to use loads of it. So I mean, it's toned down my spots really quite quickly, so coverage wise, really good there. Yeah, I'm really liking this so far. Big red forehead. Okay, so actually I don't think I needed 3 pumps worth of this at all, because we've done a reasonable, look, there's still that amount left. That's crazy. I'm going to go over a couple of areas just to see how this builds up, but in general I have a full face of foundation. Maybe used a pump and a half. So if you're a light coverage person, you probably only need like a pump of this. If you want to build it up a bit more, maybe 2 pumps. But yeah, it definitely it definitely goes far, which is nice. I'm now just having fun and piling it on. Right, so I'm going to quickly do my concealer, see how that goes. So under eye corrector, as always. Who needs sleep when you've got a bottle of that? I need sleep, I want sleep. So yeah, it's going nicely with that, that's cool. Concealer wise, I've grabbed the Revolution Conceal and Define just to stay on brand because, don't know, felt like it. Oops. So, I mean, yeah, the coverage in this is built up, so where am I concealing? This guy, these guys, a tiny bit down my nose because I just can't break that habit. If you guys seen my last video, I'm so excited by that. Like I didn't seem too excited in the beginning of the video, but it was so exciting by the end. Okay, so now that concealer's on, I would say we are pretty much looking like a perfect blank canvas. So last but not least in my world is powder. So this is down as a soft matte, which I would agree with, but being me, it's going to be matte matte through the use of powder. By the way, I've still got like quite a chunk of foundation left on the palette. I still didn't use up all of it. So I'm very impressed with the coverage for this. So Rcma No Colour Powder, which they've changed the packaging on. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. The other one was more convenient, that one's tidier. Anyway. Right. God, at this rate I'll be finishing my makeup on my break. Oh well. Wherever, we can still start the wear test without blusher and everything on. It's fine. That was my little metal palette sliding. Okay, so we've got matte matte now. I'll zoom you in so that you can see how this has went. So I think it's gone really smooth and pretty. I mean, obviously you can still see tiny bits of my pores in terms, like around here you can see slightly denser patches, but to be honest, you're not going to be this close to my face, I hope. Yeah, I always zoom way in close so you can see it, but I think this is actually a really, really nice finish, really nice coverage. So I am, whoops, so time wise, it's 8:26. I'm not going to get to the 16-hour point with this because I'm not staying up till 2 in the morning, but we will see how it holds up and we'll be able to work out how it's going to go. Right, we're back. So it is 1:45. As you can see, we've got a bit of shine going on. This was described obviously as a soft matte, so I'm not too surprised that there is a bit of oil breaking through. So I'm going to zoom you in so that we can see the coverage itself is still fine. I've got a little bit of a mark on my nose, but it definitely looks like a nail mark. It's not foundation fading, I've scratched my face. So I've still got some powder out. What I also wanted to point out was I've got the slight creasing under my chin, not too bad, and it doesn't look as bad here, but downstairs in daylight it does look like this is oxidised ever so slightly. Yeah, it's looking fine on camera. I'll try and get a picture by the window and see if I can catch it. But it looks like it's oxidised the tiniest bit. All I would say for that is it means if you are swatching the shades in a shop and you're thinking, I might be just between two shades, go for the lighter one. It's probably going to end up matching you as the day goes on. So I think I've lost a tiny bit of coverage on my forehead doing that touch up there. That's always kind of annoying. Right, cool. So I'm going to go about the rest of my day. We'll see how this holds up. Possibly as the oil breaks through it a bit more, we might start to lose more coverage, but we'll see. Right, so we're back again. It is 6:15, almost 6:15. So it's now been, what were we, 1:45, 4.5 hours since my last check-in, because I know it was the end of my lunch break. And yeah, we're oily again. Not that surprising, like I said, it is a soft matte, and if you've been around my channel, you know that I am oil central. So yeah, we will zoom in for a proper look. So again, the coverage is still there mostly. A little bit of wear on my nose, that is my oiliest area. I don't know why, I kept having an itch down the sides of my nose today, so they're worse. But I can't think of any time that I've touched this bit of my nose, or really this bit on my forehead. So we have definitely lost some coverage, which is a shame. It still doesn't look weird on camera. I swear to God earlier it was oxidized looking in real life. Anyway, so I'm going to touch up a little bit of the cover. I'm actually going to Pilates tonight, so not sure how well it'll last, but anyway. So I'm just going to put out a wee half pump of product, although product from this morning is still there. It kind of looks like I could use it, but you know, let's use it in its normal form. Because it's just like, the stuff that was left this morning is like thicker now, almost more concealer texture, which could be interesting to play with. So it's, yeah, so it's touching up nice anyway. I mean, it did boast a lot about being buildable coverage, so you should be able to, you know, put more layers on without it going kind of funny. Yeah, so that little half pump has done my full forehead, my nose, and then my chin. So yeah, T-zone, oiliest will always kind of need a bit more touching up for me. Under here I don't really know why that's worn off the same. Right, so make sure this is kind of even over my shiny red nose. And then powder. So the Rcma powder has a screw cap this time, but there's quite a long set of threads on it. Anyway, you don't really need to know that, I'm just drawing attention to it. The last one I had just had a flip top. Open in a second. So Okay, so again it feels like when I went in with my powder brush that's managed to lift some of the cover off of my nose. See down there? So I am actually going to take some of that thickened version of the foundation, tap that on. That's better. And what I'll do is I'll put out basically too much powder so that I can have it caked up on my brush, and then it's almost just powder that's touching my nose, and it should set it without really lifting the product, like so. There you go, that's my handy hint. If you feel it like when you're putting your powder on it's lifting your foundation, put far too much powder onto the brush so that it's setting, and then you can kind of go in with the brush. It does use a little bit more powder, but Rcma powder is super affordable, so if you've got a product like that, you're still going to be absolutely fine. And yes, I'm just going to put more powder on because I'm addicted. So that's us touched up for now. So yeah, 17 minutes past 6 now. Like I said, Pilates, may have to wear a mask for a little bit, so we'll see how the wear holds up with that, and I'll be back. Right, so we're back for a check-in. It is 10 past 11, so actually, you know, I finished this up just a little bit after 8 this morning, so we're going on for the we're going on for the 15-hour marks. We're not shy of the 16-hour wear that this boasts of. Bear in mind though, we touched up the T-zone. So I'm going to zoom you in, we'll see what we've got. I mean, the covers look pretty good across my cheeks, but you know, they're not the oiliest part of your face. I don't tend to lose cover there. Down here, I don't think I've done too much touch up, and it's still good cover. Oils broke through again, that's not too surprising. So yeah, this little patch up here that I don't know what was going on, it's fine this time. A little bit of creasing underneath my chins, and a tiny bit's rubbed off my nose, but that is just my mask. So let's kind of sum this guy up. Let's go further out than that. It's drugstore, it's cruelty free, it's not the most affordable for being drugstore. I still don't like how close zoomed in I am. Let's go some further out. You can see most of my face. It's got a good shade range. Drugstore stuff is creeping up in price, so I would say £11 for 23ml when I feel like most foundations are 30. That is kind of getting up there in price. That said, a little of this did go a long way. So while I'm saying it's not 30ml, you might get as many applications as you would with a 30ml bottle. If you are looking for medium coverage, I don't actually know that this is it. I'm a bit confused that they described it as medium to full buildable and then went on about it having, what was it, 20% more pigment. That to me sounds like a full coverage claim. So, shade range is good. If you've not got mega oily skin, this is probably going to be good for you. If you've got really dry skin, it might be a bit too much. But that being said, I quite like this. I'm not going to repurchase it. It's not the best thing for my skin, but it is definitely a good, nice foundation. I think cost per wear is going to work out good value for money. It's oil free, which I always like. As I said, if you're really oily, it's not quite going to cut through that. I really like the finish on it. The wear has lasted really well, apart from where I scratched. And yeah, it's actually a nice bottle. Pump bottles are a little bit more hygienic. I think this would be a nice one for a makeup artist. It's not got any SPF in it, but that can be quite good for, you know, bounce back. Or no, having SPF can be bad for causing flashbacks, so not having it can be a good thing. I think this is kind of like a nice midway point where if you want it really, really matte, you can obviously powder up. If you want it to be slightly less matte, a nice kind of glowy primer. So I'm definitely putting it into the goodbye category. You won't see me purchase it again just because of my incredibly oily skin. I will repeat that till the day I die. But it's definitely nice, and I would recommend it if you have less oily skin than I do. So, if you have any questions, leave them down below and I will get back to you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.